Now listen, I know it's only the Club World Cup, and I know Juventus have come up against weaker opposition so far. But tell me you're seeing what I'm seeing. Tell me. Come on, be honest with me. Man to man, brother to brother. Tell me you're understanding these photos just like me. Where do we even start? Shall we start with Kenan Yildiz? I know everybody loves Kenan Yildiz. Shall we start with Kenan Yildiz and tell the world he's the best young talent in the world? Yes, Kenan Yildiz is the best young talent in the world. The thing I love about Kenan, and yes, some might say it's the Club World Cup and it's only been LA and it's only been Wydad Casablanca. No, it doesn't matter the opposition. The thing I'm really beginning to like about Kenan is his game is becoming more and more refined 90 minute after 90 minute. He's making the right decision 90 minute after 90 minute. And I'm not saying he never made the right decision, but I'm saying now it's the right decision 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10. His game is refined. He's become more efficient. He's become more effective. When he passes, it reaches its teammate. When he shoots, it's on target. I feel like next season, it's going to be scary. It's actually going to be scary for him, for Juve, for Tudor. Like, listen, I have to shout out Tudor. I'll be completely honest with you guys. And once again, I don't care if it's the Club World Cup. At the end of the day, the only thing I can judge is ever since Tudor came into Juventus and the change in form in Kenan Yildiz. Okay? He was doing it in the Serie A as soon as Tudor took over. Then they took a 2-3 week break in the Club World Cup. He's still continuing to do it. I feel like Tudor, he knows how to connect with the kid. He really, really, really does. He makes him feel special. He instills that trust in him, that belief. Like, he tells him, go out there and play your game. And I'll be honest with you guys, I have to credit Igor Tudor for that. But listen, touching on the game, let me explain to you guys those photos in the beginning, okay? Now, in my first review against Al Ain, when Juventus won a few days ago, I said, what we know of Igor Tudor is dynamic. They want to play on the front foot. They want to play. They want to press relentlessly. Now, in terms of pressing, we see it here and there, but at the same time, I'll give the players the benefit of the doubt, which is the temperature out there. It's actually very difficult to press relentlessly from minute 1 to minute 90. So what can you do in possession? And that's where I am monitoring Juventus. What can you do in possession? And the beautiful thing about it is Juventus, in their first 2 games, I've come up against teams that are far weaker opposition, like teams that are more than happy to sit back. And this is where I looked at Tudor, this is where I looked at the players, this is where I looked at the overall setup. And there's a reason why I showed you those photos at the beginning. The one thing every single one of those photos has in common is whenever a Juventus player has the ball in the opposition final third or in the opposition half, there's always a player to his left, to his right. There's always a little mini triangle. Okay. Just remember that, please. There's always a little mini triangle where the players position themselves in a way where they could literally rotate the ball, maneuver it, circulate it without the opposition getting onto it. Now, if we were to look at the first goal, how does the first goal start? Cambiasso, you could see, Wydad Casablanca, they've got their whole team back. They've sat in their defensive structure, in their defensive shape. This is a low block. I'm looking at Cambiasso and I'm thinking, what can you do? What has Tudor taught you? What can you do as an individual, as a player? What can your teammates do to help you out? You look at them, every single one of them close to him. Now, at the end of the day, the one thing that will never ever change in football is the ball will always travel faster than any player on planet Earth. It will always travel faster than you. What you can do as players is be smart. Drag the opposition. Take them into areas they don't want to go into. Because you know, if you take them into that area and you make the pass, they're not getting back in time. When Cambiasso had the ball, look at how many Juventus players are close to him, dragging the defenders with him. And all it takes, like I even said it in my last review, there's 2 players that could unlock a low block in this team. Don't get me wrong, Cambiasso, I feel like he had an amazing game. Kenan, Kefrim Turam. They've got the technical ability and they've got the ball carrying to be able to carry the ball through a hurdle of players. And what did Kefram Turam do? Somebody tell me, what did Turam do? He got the ball from Cambiasso. He carried it into the space. He carried it into the danger zone whilst maintaining control of the ball. But the thing I love about it, he's not tunnel vision. It's not like he's dribbling with his head down. No, he's dribbling, but he's waiting. He's waiting. Is Kenan about to run in behind? Is Cambiasso about to peel off? Is Kolo Muani waiting for the cutback? As soon as he sees Kenan make the run in behind, in behind. And now with Kenan, I'll be honest with you guys, in my eyes, it's a hat-trick. I'll be honest with you guys. The shot was going towards goal. It took a deflection. It went in 1-0. But regardless, whether it's an own goal, whether it's a Kenan goal, look at the way Juventus opened up this team. And nobody tell me, listen, it's Wydad Casablanca. At the end of the day, a low block is a low block. Okay? 11 players behind the ball is 11 players behind the ball. Okay? Like, it's a fact. 11 is 11. But I love the fact that when Cambiasso had the ball, and I'm always comparing it to what I saw of Juventus last year in this area. Whenever he had the ball, everyone was close. Everyone wanted to support him. The players wanted to give and go. The players knew, in order for us to unlock this low block, we have to play with one another. Okay? And they've scored a goal like that. They scored 2 goals like that against Al Ain. It's a pattern which I'm beginning to see. And I really want to see it against Manchester City. Now, the second goal, let's just keep it short and sweet. This is X Factor. This is X Factor. Sometimes you need to work with your teammates to score a goal. And sometimes you need to look at your teammates in the eye and tell them, I got this. Put it into the top corner. What a goal. Bro, what a goal. Like, what a goal. What a goal. I told you guys, I'm beginning to run out of words. What a goal. I think I've said that now 5 times. What a goal. Okay? That's 2-0. Now the third goal. Once again, look at the triangle. Kolo Muani, he has the ball out wide. Okay? Now maybe, just maybe, he changes his mind and he's like, I don't want to take on this defender. He's got Kefram Turam to his right, behind him. He's also got a forward pass in Kenan Yildiz. He could even pass it inwards centrally to, I believe it was Coop Miners at the time. Coop Miners or Locatelli. The triangles. The triangles are actually changing Juventus' game. And once again, I'm just putting it out there, I don't care about the opposition. Okay? Defensive structure is defensive structure. 11 players behind the ball is 11 players behind the ball. Okay? He picks up the ball. And like I said, it's all about moving the opposition to help your teammate out. Him running inside drags the defender with him. Kenan making the run in behind is what created the space for Kolo Muani to run inward. It's just chemistry, I'll be honest with you guys. Like, I feel like Kenan knew, if I continue making this run forwards, I create space for Kolo Muani to tuck inside. If he tucks inside, he can put it on the money for me. He put it on the money, and once again, like, this kid is stardust. This kid is stardust. So many players crumble in that position. They lose composure. They don't know what to do. They dilly-dally. Shall I dink the keeper? Shall I go around him? Shall I smash it low and hard into the far corner? With him, no. There's a defender chasing behind me, breathing down my neck. No problem. Let me get rid of him. Completely gets rid of him. Now he's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. It's all about the composure. Puts it into the far side netting. What a goal. Like, in my opinion, it was a lovely hat-trick to see because it had a goal of individual brilliance. It had 2 team goals, a goal of individual brilliance, and he was involved in every single one of them. And the thing that's beautiful about it is the fact that these were the type of goals we didn't really see on the Thiago Motta last season. And that's why I keep telling you guys, who cares about the opposition? Look at the football and look at the goals that are being scored. If, for example, every single game Juventus was scoring from 40 yards, I'll turn around and tell you guys, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, it's poor goalkeeping, okay? Juventus are carving open teams that are sitting back. That is an improvement. And that's why, for me, I look at the team. Let's not forget, Dusan Vlahovic. No, I have no shame. Dusan Vlahovic scored himself a penalty to make it 4-1. But like I said, focus on the goals. Focus on the team shape. Because yes, it's the Club World Cup. Yes, there's not really a lot on the line. But you can learn a lot from the way this team is beginning to play. And where you learn a lot is if you begin to see it week in, week out. If I only saw it against Al Ain, I would have never ever made this video and told you guys, oh my God, guys, look at this. I've seen it against Al Ain. I've now seen it against Wydad Casablanca. If I see it against Manchester City, I can comfortably come out and tell you guys this is a pattern of play where whenever the ball goes out wide, Juventus would cramp the centre, but they would make sure everybody positions themselves in a way where the passing angles are always open. If the passing angles are there, you will move the opposition, whether you're coming up against, I don't know, treble winning PSG or Empoli. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Always help one another out. And I'll be honest with you guys. For me, it's an improvement. Juventus are scoring goals. Juventus are winning games. Juventus are playing well. Juventus are getting the best out of their best players. Cambiasso today, what a performance. Kenan, what a performance. Kefram Turam, what a performance. Kolo Muani, yes, he didn't score, but what a performance in terms of dropping deep, connecting the dots. Something that Dusan Vlahovic doesn't offer. And where I do worry for Juventus when it comes to Kolo Muani is the fact that these performances in the Club World Cup are beginning to attract a lot of teams across the world. And I feel like a lot of teams across the world went into the summer looking for a new striker, but they've been priced out. Like Osimhen, so expensive. Jonathan David, so expensive. They're now beginning to look at option B, option C, option D. And Kolo Muani, at the moment, is doing a good job. And the problem is, PSG don't really owe anything to Juventus. So if somebody was to put the money on the table, they would accept it. I feel like Juventus have to really move fast and get him over the line. Besides that, Coop Miners came on, didn't really do well. I'll be honest, when it comes to the whole Coop Miners, Douglas Luiz situation, in my opinion, it's just damage control. At the moment, Juventus need to pump all their minutes, all their time into Coop Miners because they know if they were to sell him, they wouldn't get much money for him. Douglas Luiz, they can afford to keep him on the bench, put him up for sale, they would recoup 75, 80%. And in my opinion, that's why Douglas Luiz is being sold. It's not because of him being a poor footballer, because in my opinion, they've both been equally as trash last season. But I feel like Juventus are looking at it and telling themselves, if we put Coop Miners up for sale, we would make it 80% loss. But if we were to put Douglas Luiz up for sale, we might just make a 20, 30% loss. So it's all about recouping as much money as possible. Do I agree with it? No, I would have genuinely loved to have seen him come on. But, like, I'll be honest with you guys, it's really coming across like Coop Miners is being forced down my throat. He keeps coming on, he keeps not doing well. Give another player a chance, especially a player that came on a few days ago and actually done really, really, really well. But time will tell. I'm actually looking forward to the Manchester City game. Now, if you're new, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you guys on another one.